This is a quick tutorial for using Excel and some of those links, online box plot links, to help you create your box plots. And this is for project 2.3. So let's go down to project 2.3 in our website, and the first thing we want to do is to download the data. So the data in Excel, let's download that. I'm going to open this in an Excel file. So this is what we have. So we want to do fiber. I want to do calories, and then you can try to mimic the same thing using fiber. So first thing we want to do is sort the data according to children and adult by target. So I'm going to enable editing, highlight everything, and go to data and sort. And then I'm going to ask it to sort by target. The target is the adults and the children's, and I'll press OK. So now all the adults come in first, and there's quite a few of them. And then after that, the children's cereals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the calories, and I'm going to copy and paste the calories for adults. So I'm going to scroll down until I see the last adult on my list, and I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to open up a new tab, and I'm going to put it on the second row, and I'll paste it, and I'll label this adults, and then I'll label the next one children, and I will go back to our cereal data, and wherever I left off would be the last adult, and so this is going to be the first children's cereal right here. So I'm going to copy that, and then go to my next page and paste it here. Now, as you can see, it's there's a lot more adult cereals than children's cereal, and so your two lists are not going to be the same. Alright, let's go back to our site, and let's pick one of them and take a look at see what they want. So here they're asking for the min, Q1, median, Q3 for the first box plot, and then they're asking for the overall limit. So I will say that I want two box plots to compare. I want adults or adult cereal, and then for the second one I'm going to want children's. Now it's asking for min Q1 for each of these box plots, so I'm going to go back to my Excel file, and then I'm going to copy these labels. I'm going to do these labels over here. Actually, the second one I want a little bit further, so I'm going to actually could have had it there. The minimum, Q1, the median, Q3, and then the maximum. So I'm going to say this is equal to the minimum of the adult cereal. So I'll copy that, and then I'll just press enter. Then the minimum is 50. I'm interested in finding the minimum, the maximum, the median, and all that stuff for this array. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight this and copy it so that I have that in my clipboard. So now, oops, I'll copy this again, and I'll press enter. And then now when I find the quartiles, I will use that array, the same array. So quartile, and I'll just paste. I just hit paste, and then this is the first quartile, and then the next one is a median, and then I'll paste again, and then the next one is quartile 3. So quartile, paste, and then the number 3, and then this last one is the maximum. Alright, so now I want to do the same thing for the children's cereal. I will do the same thing by hitting equals the minimum. Now I need a new list, a new array. So this is my array, the children's list. It's shorter. And then I'll just press enter from here and then scroll up to see that it has been done. Now I'm interested in this, so instead of copying that array for each of these commands, I'll just copy this and then I'll paste it. Oops, again, undo here. So the minimum of that array, I'll press enter again. So equals quartile, open parentheses, the array, I pasted it, comma, the quartile. This next one's the median. The next one is the third quartile. And then the last one is the max. So here are my values. And I want to put those values into these. Let's try that again. So I want to put these values into the adults and the children's cereal. So the minimum for the adult is 50. The first quartile is 100. The median is 105. The third quartile is 120, and then 160. For the children's cereal, the minimum is 90. It's 110, 110. Oh, this is going to be a weird box plot. 110, and then the maximum is 120. Yeah, this is going to be weird because Q1, the median, and Q3 are all 110. Now, the overall maximum and minimum is going to be your number mark. And so the best thing to do is to use the minimum for both between the adult and the children's cereal, which is 50, and then the maximum between the adult and children's cereal, which is 160. Now I could have done a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right, and we'll mess around with this in a few minutes. The tick marks, usually a nice number like 5, 10, or 50 or something like that. For now I'm going to go 10, and an axis title would be, this was the calories. Alright, we'll have it draw, and here are your box plots. This is that weird box plot where the 110 for this children's cereal is the Q1, the median, and Q3. So you don't really see a box here. The overall box plot limits gives you this time, number line down here. And so if you're interested in extending that, maybe I want to go to 0 and go all the way up to 200. And I'll ask it to draw again. So now my my number line starts from 0 and goes all the way to 200. But if you see that that's how it's set up, it starts to overlap here. So maybe I want to go back to my original 50 and 160. This will put tick marks on a number line, so you can go in steps of 20 or 25. But we want to make sure it's divisible by the range, and so in this case 10 is a nice number, so I think that first plot looked good. Alright, once that's done, copy it to clipboard. Then you can open up a Word file and then just paste it on, because you're going to be working with either a Word file, Microsoft Word, or Google Docs Word. And then that's going to give you your box plot. And then you can write information around it or anything like that. So let's just put box plot, paste it. Whoops. Let's try that again. Copy to clipboard and Word file, paste. Nope, not working. So why don't we do this? On your PCs, you can go to your PC and go to All Programs and look under Accessories, and there's this thing called the snipping tool. And the snipping tool allows you to click and drag, and then it'll copy whatever it is you want to copy. And then I'll say copy that onto, and then paste it on here. So now I have a box plot. If you're using a Mac, then it is the Apple, the Control, and the Shift, all three of those buttons pressed, and then you press the number 4, and then you'll click and drag whatever part of the screen you want to copy. Okay, I think this is a good box plot, and there are other box plot programs that we can check out. Let's see if we can do another one real quick. Let's do this one. The second link that I sent you. You need to input the data, and then you need to do the data visualization. So let's take a look at data upload. Now you can save your data into a file and then upload that, or you can just paste the data. Now this is going to be it's going to be set up where it's important that you have the list for adults and children's in columns like this. So if you just click and drag from your Excel file and then copy, that's going to paste the data below. So I go here and then I press Control V or Apple V, depending on if you're doing it on a Mac or PC. And then it gives you a layout like this. Now that's not quite correct. So what it's looking for is a comma, and there's no comma here. So I'm going to click on Tab, and then once I click on Tab, it's going to know that there was a tab between them. And here's my data, the adults and the children's. And then you can see the children's is a lot shorter, and the adults go all the way down to 52 cases. So that is your data. That's how you paste and use tab separators for the data. But again, you need to have it set up in your Excel file like a table like this. Now let's do the data visualization, and here is the box plot right here, or here are the two box plots. This is a weird box plot because the IQR is actually 0, so anything outside of the IQR is an outlier. For the fiber data, I don't think it'll look like that. So this is good. It automatically sets up the range for you, the maximum and the minimum. And you can download a PDF file, or you can do that copy thing again. So I'm going to take my snipping tool. So I had something already copied, so I'm going to press New, a new snip, and then I'll take this one, click and drag, and then I'll copy and open up my Word file and then put my box plot there. Alright, so those are two options. You can explore a third one if you want, or you can just use one of these two, and that should get you going in terms of putting your box plot on your document.